Hello and welcome to Observer Live. Wanted to make a quick video today. Something came out a few days ago that I wanted to comment on briefly, but with the holiday and everything, I thought I'd give it a couple days to breathe. But here we are. So, sorry, I thought I was prepared here. Need to go down here a little bit. Here we go. It's not very big, but I'll tell you what it says. This is from the Exponent Telegram, also known as West Virginia News. City infrastructure project earns West Virginia News recognition. Officials say that inconvenience now will pay off in brighter future for Clarksburg. Now we'll get into some of the more important highlights of this. But most importantly, just want to make sure that we recognize the Clarksburg Water Board for 2025's Public Project of the Year. Just let that sink in for a moment. Come on, folks. Give it up for them. Wow. So, in the article, the massive infrastructure project that has disrupted downtown Clarksburg for months is on track for completion by spring 2026, with officials promising the temporary inconvenience will yield decades of benefits for the city. It's a coordinated project among the Clarksburg Water Board, Sanitary Board, and Hope Gas. We'll skip forward here a little bit. The important things here, Mayor Malfajo said that this is one of the largest projects that's ever been undertaken in the state of West Virginia. I mean, it's been an inconvenience for everybody, and I can understand why people are upset. But from what I understand, this time next year, everybody will be so happy and so proud. You know, I almost just let this go and didn't comment on it. I don't even know where to start. So, first of all, I'm not even going to be so hard on the water board here. This isn't even so much about the water board at this point. However, I do have one other thing I want to bust the water board on in this article. Actually, before we move on to the next part of my discussion here, let's talk about the other thing I want to say about the water board. So there's a quote in here from Jason Myers, the general manager of the water board. So the orthophosphate treatment, which is a chemical that they release into the water that coats the inside of the pipes to prevent lead from leaching into the water, showed immediate results, according to Myers. Within a month, these locations that had elevated lead level showed a huge reduction. So we've seen it firsthand. It was very effective. And we've seen the results sooner than what we thought we would see them. Okay, the reason I have to bring that up is because we've been told over and over by the water board and Jason Myers, and I've seen Chad Sigmund say it in writing. I know Paul Howell said it. I could find the dates if I looked here for a few minutes on not only West Virginia Public Radio, but also to quotes to other news sources. I believe there was one to WDTV. I had it up here a second ago. I didn't keep it up. If anyone wants me to prove those quotes, I'd be glad to say it. Basically, the message all along has been we never really had elevated water levels. The water's always been safe. You know, basically this was just overreaction from one isolated test, basically. There was never an actual problem. But, you know, today, with no pushback or question from West Virginia News, Jason Myers is allowed to say in the newspaper how quickly the elevated levels came down. I don't even know what to say at this point, folks. It's like, I wish people were paying more attention and I was getting the attention of more people, because what West Virginia News has done here is pure propaganda. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You know, this is a story designed to shape public sentiment and to control the narrative. You know, propaganda doesn't tell you what to think directly. It rewards the people in power. It frames the story as settled. It creates a feeling that the debate is over. Once the applause starts, any criticism like I'm giving gets treated like negativity instead of accountability. I mean, think about giving an award for something that's not even completed. So the expected completion date is spring of 26. And by God, you know, I hope they make it. But I got to tell you, I have my doubts. So if this project's delayed again, or if additional failures happen, or if, you know, they can't get some parts or whatever the case may be, if we're sitting here in June, July, August, September, October, or getting ready for winter again next year and this project isn't completed, is the West Virginia News going to take back their award? I initially thought maybe this was just a made-up award that they never have given to anybody before, but I was able to locate. They did give this award out in 2013 and 2018 also. Now, those also possibly could have been propaganda pieces that, you know, they just felt there was a time that this award was needed. It's definitely not infrastructure project of the year given out every year. It's apparently just when they want to pat someone on the back for whatever reason. Probably money and power making each other feel good about themselves would be my guess, if I had to guess. I don't even know what to say, folks. For years, we were told everything was in compliance. And now here's just another example in the newspaper. Jason Myers saying, oh, well, now that we've put the orthophosphate into water, those elevated levels have really come down. Am I the only one that sees what a giant boat of bullshit this is? I mean, infrastructure project of the year. This will probably be the shortest video I've ever put up. I really don't have anything else to say. I just couldn't let this go without at least making a comment on it. Just incomplete infrastructure project of the year. And thank you to West Virginia News for being the guiding light to wannabe journalists like me. I mean, maybe I need to just flush all integrity and, you know, any kind of common sense thinking towards any subject that I want to talk about, because West Virginia News is really setting a standard here that, you know, I already wrote an article about them in the past when it was the donation of the school thing we were talking about, how it's just like, it's not even like a newspaper. It really isn't. Like, this is straight propaganda. Like, I feel like I should maybe just start giving awards out. I should make up an award to give them. What could my award to them be? Any ideas on awards? I'll tell you what, down in the comments, give me an idea on awards that I could give to West Virginia News and the Exponent Telegram. And who wrote this article? That's a good question. Jake Stiles, staff writer. I don't know Jake Stiles, but Jake Stiles, I don't know what kind of education you got to be a journalist. I don't know, dude. I just don't know. I'm going to maybe give Jake Stiles the Journalist of the Year award. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I didn't have a whole lot to say, just pretty much disgust, absolute disgust. But one more time, let's just give it up for the public project of the year, Clarksburg Water Board. Thank you very much. Y'all have a nice day.